Oh yeah, it's like I've said for years, if you're not playing games on Atari 7800 Pro System, then you're an amateur. You suck. And speaking of suck, let's take a look at Double Dragon on the Atari 7800 because you have to be a professional to desperately attempt to find any enjoyment in this absolute train wreck of a video game. This is one of the worst games that I've ever played, and that says a lot, because I've played a lot of games. After all, I'm a professional, because I play video games on Atari 7800, but this one is bad even for 7800 standards. And as much as I love the Atari 7800, because back in the day when everyone else around me had an NES, I was playing Xevious and Robotron and Galaga on 7800, but those are all good Atari 7800 games. This is not. Double Dragon is on Karateka level. Like if someone back in the day had a lame party with stale cookies and unspiked punch and invited Jar Jar, Double Dragon for the 7800 would be there, playing Karateka, while Ninja Golf hooked up with Ms. Pac-Man in the corner. I'm not sure why my mind works this way. This is just how it's wired. Speaking of wired, who designed the controls for this game? It's unplayable. If you push up and forward, he elbows behind him. If you push down and forward, he does a headbutt, and if you just stand still, you punch, but that does little good because the enemies just come jumping at you and kill you. It's a completely unplayable game. Obviously, it looks terrible and sounds even worse. Its only redeeming quality is that this has a two-player simultaneous co-op mode, which I believe the NES version did not, so there's that. This is one of the few examples that I can think of in my extremely biased viewpoint where the NES blows away the 7800. I mean, come on, Super Mario Brothers sucks compared to Robotron on the 7800, but arguably the 7800 version of Double Dragon sucks compared to the NES one. But they both suck compared to the Master System, and all of them pale in comparison to the Vectrex. So there is a hierarchy here. I'm getting off subject because there's nothing else I can say. This game is terrible and you don't want it. So there's that. Just avoid this version of Double Dragon. It's horrible. Horrible! How many synonyms for terrible and horrible and awful can I come up with? Where's the thesaurus? How about suck? That's what this game does. And, of course, that means I have to give an extremely sarcastic classic game room shout out and thank you to my friend A-Bomb, Andy the A-Bomb from Wisconsin. Thank you for sending this game. You promised it was going to be bad. It has surpassed my expectations. Double Dragon on the Atari 7800 is very Jar Jar, especially when compared to games like Ninja Golf on the 7800, which is extremely Lando. Thank you for watching another delightful episode of Classic Game Room on the internets. Unless you're watching this on VHS tape, in which case, thank you. It shouldn't look any worse than it does on screen in real life. This is not one of my recommended games in my ultra-massive video game console guide series on Amazon. Ninja Golf is. So is Robotron. Save your pennies. Don't spend them on Double Dragon. Spend them on Double Mint Gum. Or Juicy Fruit. That stuff's really good. Classic Game Room has been brought to you by the ultra-massive video game console guide, 230 pages of video games on Amazon.com, Retro Megatrex, and how to make a video game review show that doesn't suck. And Jesus number 2. Welcome to the Patreon Lord Carnage Club being shouted from a turbo volcano. Michael and Ariana Nelson, Ian Shore, Steven Chucknick, Al Stever, Rick DeBarros, Jason Goy, Andy Schleiss, Sergio Matthias Hergert, Philip Strabenmuller, Jack Stavris, Ohad Kane, Simon Allen, and Sean Zoltek.